welcome back. So in today's video we're going to be just going through items that I have and that I have for my Enchantress, and then things you can just do in town. So let's start off with my Enchantress. Now, some people don't really invest too much in the person that they work with because usually they work with other people, because this is a game that you can actually play with friends. But when I like to do things alone, or if nobody's available, I like to make sure that she has, good enough gear to get her by. So I have a staff for her with a gem in it, which is legendary. I have 2 legendary rings for her, legendary, amulet, and then this rare item, which I can't unfortunately find a better one for her at this time. I have been looking for it though. So now the skills for my Enchantress, I have actually switched around a little bit, seeing which ones give her strength and which ones actually give me strength, and which ones work best for both of us. So this one's a level 15, this one's level 20, this one's 25, and this one's a level 30. Focus Mind is probably one of my favorite ones that she does. Focus Mind increase in attack speed for you and your Enchantress. So this is going to benefit me and her, not just her and not just me. So I really like that move. Now moving on to my armor. So I have my 1, 2, and 3 gems that I'm working on leveling up. In my jewelry is what you can put them in. You can't put them in anything else. You can't put them in your armor or your weapons. So I have 1 right here, 1 right here, and 1 right here. I am still working on this half of my set, although this one does give some bonuses to the moves that I currently have right now. So for in town, if you're interested, you can go over to this lady right here, and she can enchant your weapons. So basically, if you want to change anything, if you want to boost anything, if you want to gamble a little bit, if you want to add a socket to any of your either weapons or armor or jewelry, you can do that with this button, the enchant. You can change how your outfit looks. So you can actually see there are little purple swirls on some of my gear. That means I just changed the appearance of it. So aesthetically, I didn't like the way that it looked, so I customized it to just make me look the way that I really wanted to look. So let's just show you. I can put this on here, and I have any number of styles that I can choose from right here. And you can just see I made everything pink or a darker pink, and then like a red color. And then also too with my swords, I made both of my swords look exactly the same, even though you can clearly tell that they're different swords. I like my character to look more simple and not over the top with thorns and spikes, and especially with the helmet. I can show you that really quick. A lot of the helmets are huge helmets, huge horned helmets. I like just the super simple. You can kind of see my face. I would prefer to see my whole face, but just a nice, easier aesthetic looking. And then we'll go down to dyes. Now you can dye your, let's say, your torso. You can dye this to any one of these colors. You can do it all different colors. You can do rainbow colors. I chose pink for everything, and as you can see, I got different shades and tones of pink for everything, but in general, I got pink, and I really like how it looks. See how this is like more of a red, this is more of a maroon color, but I'm okay with that because it all matches. You can do, you know, a full white outfit, but you just have to know that not everything on your outfit is going to come out exactly pure white. And then the last thing, you have to make sure that you train them all up to level 12 so that they can give you the best advantages. So with all of mine, with her, with my jeweler, and with this guy, all the way up to 12, 100%. So now we're going to move on over to my jeweler. He can combine jewels for me, which I can show you just really quickly. You don't have to do them all individually. You can do them all together. I'm just going to click all the way up until, so that's 27 of them. It's going to cost me 5,400,000. I obviously have enough money, so I'm going to do that. And then I'll do that as well on this one. And now see, it has a new category for me. And that actually has another material that I need other than a gem. Click on it. Went up one more time. And click on it. So now see, there is no more of that category, so I can just keep going down the list and upgrading all of my gems by combining them. And now you can forge jewelry. So this comes into bounties as well. When you get those chests at the end, sometimes you get books. The books will have either a little gem on the front or like a little anvil. The gems are for him, so you'll come over and you'll click on him and you'll click on the books, and then that'll teach him how to make you better materials, such as amulets and rings. That's what I have materials for. This is everything that I could make. Now removing gems. So if, let's say, I have my pants. We'll put my pants in here. And I want to take out these gems because I found either I've crafted or, you know, I've found materials to craft up more, or I have found pants that are actually better, and I want to remove old gems and put in new gems, or I want to remove the gems from the pants to switch the gems to different pants. So I'll just show you really quickly because I can always put them back in because they put your gems into your inventory. So remove gems. So now I have pants over here that don't have any gems in them. So I'm just going to put my gems back into my pants really easily. And then you'll see he's ranked all the way up as well. So he can learn any number of things. So we're going to go to him. So first tab is Forge Weapons. Now this is a little bit more detail oriented. You can click on them. You will have to have, with like set gear or legendary gear, you're going to have certain materials, and you're going to have to make sure. Now, I find when I go into the bounties and I get the books at the end, I get a lot more for him than I do the jeweler. So you can learn how to forge weapons, and you can learn how to forge armor that you're going to need for your sets. So instead of, let's say, I'm looking everywhere for this set, I don't know where to find this set, but I know that I need, let's just say this guy right here. I know that I need him, and I know that I'm going to get my optimum skills from him. I'm going to get optimum everything from this armor, this chest armor. But I have no idea where to get it. And then I click on a book and he learns it, and now I can make it. And he's fully upgraded to the point where I can make it. So I could have all of these right here, and then I can craft it. And then we're going to move on to salvage. So there's one of two things that you can do. You can either collect the gear that you don't need and the jewels that you don't need, and sell them to get gold. But as of right now, I'm pretty well off on my gold, so I really just want to get materials. Like, big time I want materials. So for crafting, I have a good amount of crafting materials. The bounty materials are iffy right now because I keep breaking down, you know, these materials right here so that I can get these right here. So I'll break down magic and it'll give me the materials from magic, rare from rare. And then the legendary ones are the ones that I have more reservation of breaking down. But with the legendary ones, you get the Forgotten Souls. So those really come in handy, but I only do them as needed. Oh, didn't mean to click out. So repair. This is a big one. So after all of your bounties, you go through all your bounties, you're going to want to make sure that you repair your armor, because you don't want it to fully break, because you're not going to get all of your benefits out of your armor. When you do rifts, if you do a little bit of harder rift, if you do a boss battle or a mini boss battle or any one of those kinds of things, and you get mobbed and you die, you should always come back after you're done with what you're doing and make sure that you don't need to fix your armor. So before I start my missions and when I come back and end my missions, I always make sure that I don't need to fix anything. And then he's obviously trained all the way up to 12. I can't just like train them. Just train them all the way up. It'll help you in the long run. Okay, so just one more thing for this. So I have a belt that I know that I don't need in here. I am going to select a property to replace. So let's just say, because I'm not going to use this one at all. So let's just pick one, 10% life. We're going to click on it. We have all the necessary materials that we need. And this one only takes a few, so it's okay to just mess around with it if you need to. We're going to replace it. And then these are the ones that we come up with after that, right? So let's say select good, replace. And let's say we're looking for something in particular, so we have to do it a few times. Each time it's going to go up, replace. And let's say say that this is what I was looking for. I was looking for the life percent to go from 10 to 15. Not really, but let's just say that's what I was looking for. So select, perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Amazing. Now I know a lot of the times I do this for sockets, and I want to add, let's say to my sword, I want to add a socket to it. So I'll keep doing it and keep doing it, and unfortunately the price will go up and up and up until you get what you need. So I'll click out of that. So that is that for this young lady up here, this good sir down here, my favorite guy right here. Alright, and then we're gonna go to this lady right here. Now, unfortunately for the blood shards, I only have 60. And I do need, you know, some trinkets. I have been doing the amulets a lot. So right now, I'm just gonna click it for the video's sake. So I'm gonna click that. It's gonna give me a ring. And that's how you spend your blood shards. Now you can do weapons if you know that you need a certain weapon and you're having a hard time finding it. This is one of the ways to help you find it. Armor. All of these armors. Let's say you need pants. Let's say you need boots. You can come over here and spend your blood shards. As you go up in levels, you're going to be able to collect more of them. So I think I get up to about 900. And then I'll come over, I'll go into the trinket section, and I'll roll for amulets. And it's basically just like a little gambling thing. Now, I have my Canize Cube. That's going to be one of your first things that you really should do when you do seasons, is get your Canize Cube. So we see that each one, and there's all 10, and they all have different things that you can benefit from pretty much. So you can reforge legendary. So you can take a legendary item, put it in here, you'll fill it with these items, and then you'll hit transmute, and it'll change it into something else. So for the sake of the video, I am going to do that for you. Okay, so we have this, and this actually has a much better legendary quality to it. So I'm kind of actually really happy with that, even though I'm not going to use it personally. And then that takes away some of these things that you've gotten from your bounties. So obviously you're going to have to go back to your bounties and get some more. Okay, so another one of my favorite things to do in Canize Cube is extract legendary power. Now, you're going to want to be really careful because you only have a limited amount of times you can do this, and you're really going to want to tailor it to you and what you exactly need. So as of right now, I only have one. Let's see, I have my armor, and I have it from these pants. And it gives me a 550,000% weapon damage upgrade in 15 yards. Perfect. I really, really liked that one. So that's for my armor. I still don't have anything for my jewelry, and I still don't have anything from my weapons. So when I find something that really suits me from my weapon and my jewelry, that is a legendary quality, I'm going to come in here, just put it in, fill it up, say fill with all these guys, put in the item that you're gonna put in, and unfortunately I want you to know that it will disappear. So you're not going to get that item back. But that legendary quality is going to stick with you. So I've only dabbled in a few of these so far. But they're really good, and I really recommend you doing them. And then of course you have your Riffs over here, which I've done a few videos on. You have people you can hire other than the person that you have right now. You have people you can talk to. You have your stash. You have your armory, which you could put sets into. So let's say I like this set for doing these battles, and I like a second set for doing a second kind of battles. I like this for doing Riffs, and I like this for doing greater Riffs. You can definitely do that. And then these little money bag symbols are merchants. And you can go over there and browse through their inventory and see what they have. Okay, and then if you go in here, this is where you're going to use some of the portals and some of the keys. I don't personally have any of the portals and the keys as of right now, but that's okay because I'm working towards that very, very slowly. I think the Forgotten Realm you can open up in here too, which is awesome. And let me get on out of there. So those are the best things that you can use in town right now. Thank you for watching my video, and as always, I super appreciate any feedback, any questions, comments, and concerns. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And as always, I'm going to create more content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so stay tuned. Thanks.